Alright, I got my helper here. Had some technical difficulties with the tractor. It wouldn't crank, but I pecked on the starter and got it going. So then had to come disc it up and then spread fertilizer and disc it back up, and I laid off rows. Turn the camera around here and show you, but I just laid off some rows. We'll put some corn in the hopper. Spilled some, but don't turn it over.
What?
I said don't turn it over. But we're gonna push it down through there. Plant some. Alright folks, we've got her planted. We've got 5, 6, 7 rows planted here. Took longer this evening. Like I said, I had tractor issues, but got those sorted. Got this corn in, and got rain coming, I think Sunday night. Monday's supposed to rain a lot next week, so it'll probably be a couple of 3 weeks before we get to the sunflowers. But at least we got our corn in. It'll take just a little longer anyway, so I think I'm gonna get my little helper up to the house and find some supper and get a shower. But as always, I want to thank y'all for watching. If y'all hadn't, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see this summer's dove field adventure. Doing it just a little different this time. I'll go into more details later, but that'll do for now. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Still got the disc on there. Today we're going to attempt to get our black oil sunflowers in. If you missed the other video, I normally plant clear fields, but I was gifted some seed and I don't think they're going to sprout, or I'm not going to take a chance. So I bought some regular Perdovics or black oil, and we're going to plant those, and we're going to use Zidua pre-emergent. It's supposed to be really good stuff, so we're going to put it to the test. Some people say they don't even have to post-spray, even when they do clear fields, if they spray Zidua as a pre-emergent. So today is April 21st. Yesterday was Easter. Had a good Easter. I hope y'all had a good one too. Got rain coming a lot this week. I'm a little ahead, but if I can get them in, I think I'll be good. I think it'll be a good idea. So I spread fertilizer. We're just making the final few rounds of cutting it in, and we're gonna go get the planter, get to putting some seeds in the ground. So crunch for time, so let's get to it. Alright folks, got the old homemade planter on there, out here just trying to get it level, try to judge my depth. I'll pick it up right here. Out of the ground. Now this is some old seed from last year that was still in it. We'll get that out of there, but this back wheel has some chain and sprocket attached to it. As you pull forward, the wheel turns. Bill, you didn't hear them, but anyway, that's how it works. Drops down that chute. This little point here digs the trench ahead of where the seed drops. And this chain kind of free floats back here and covers it up. Kind of by myself out here today, so I probably won't get much footage of it actually on the ground real close, but I'll include a video, a clip from last year of it working. And then we'll get to it. I'm gonna get some seeds in there and get started. So y'all just stay tuned. Alright, this is what we're planting. Royal Wing black oils. I'm gonna get me some in that bucket. Go put them in the planter. I don't know if I'm gonna beat the rain or not, but we might plant a few rows anyway. The chute was stopped up with spider webs. The seeds wasn't falling out, but I got that cleared out and got most of the old seeds out, so we're gonna hop on in there, try to get some of it knocked out for this rain. So y'all stay tuned. Well, we out here getting some seeds put in the ground. Gotta pay attention or stay on the road. But getting them in. The rain's trying to come in on me. It done sprinkled some, but thankfully it went north of us a little bit for now. Got a dozen or so rows planted. The little clips are going to be shorter, but we're going to try to get it all knocked out. So just stick with me. Alright folks, the rain cut me short planting, plus I had an issue with the tire on my planter. I only got about half the field planted, and it came up rain. I need to get out some pre-emergent on my corn, and on the sunflowers that I planted. I'll plant the other spot later. That Zidua, I don't have the label for it. It's in that bottle right there, but I think I read we're about 6 ounces per acre, and some guys is using up to 10 or 11. So I put about a half a cup, which will be about 5 ounces, 6 ounces, I don't know, be close. And then I put a couple of cups of Roundup or Gly in there to kill anything that sprouted already, or grass that I didn't quite get killed with the disc. But anyway, we're gonna go down there. It's gonna be a muddy mess, but I think I can. It's not raining. It didn't rain long. Maybe I can get what I've planted already sprayed. So y'all go with me. I can cover about 5 rows, one pass. I just started with 2 on the outside, straddle 1 and 2 on the inside. And when I get to the end, turn it off and I'll get lined up again. About all we're doing. We got y'all caught up to speed to this point with a couple of little clips there of planting and spraying. It's now been about 3 weeks since we planted this part. Planted April 21st, so 21 days. And we got plants. A lot of volunteers. Some coffee weed made it through. And we may have to get in here and thin some of these. Now this far row has the most coffee weed and stuff in it. And I think that's the outside of my spray. My boom didn't quite get that, especially the far side of it. This is where most of it's at, if I can video right. But April 21st, I also didn't mention that I had a malfunction. You might even be able to pick it up on that video. The tire give out, so I had to order a tire to get the planter back going. And then once I got it back going, I planted, in this row, and I really don't have any plants. I discovered it was stopped up, cleaned it out. I got back over and I just started the other row, and it planted pretty well, the rest of it. A couple of places down there I don't see any, and I think they either, I don't know if it washed them out or it silted in over the top. I'm gonna give them a day or two more to see if they pop up. If not, we might get back in here and hand plant some. Had a dove try to land here, but I want to show you what not to do. Don't try to get in your field when it's wet. I made a uh-oh right here. Both times I planted that section and this section, rain came and caused me to quit. And both times it didn't rain very long, and then it quit. Now I come back the evening that I planted this on the 21st and sprayed the pre-emergent over it, wet. It didn't rain as long or as much that day, I guess. I didn't really make a mess. Now this day it rained and it quit, but it must have rained more than I thought. I got right here in this row and the tractor started sliding, so I cut the sprayer off and worked my way out, and I left. About 2 or 3 days later, I hadn't seen any sunflowers emerging. I came back down here and I sprayed the pre-emergent. Then we got a good rain, and that worked out a lot better, I think. But I do have this ugly place in my field. Had it been dry, I believe I would have disced it back up and then just replanted this whole section. But there's a few sunflowers coming up out of my uh-oh. I'm just gonna leave it. It is time's getting away. Don't have time to start over. But I did, like I said, notice a few bare spots, and I don't know if I had an issue with the planter for that stretch, or there's a place or two that started washing over here. It may have covered them up, packed them down. We'll just have to see. But overall, we're gonna have about 20 rows of sunflowers. I'd intended on coming in this part. I cut my rows off shorter. Normally I run them a little longer. I'd intended on coming down here and planting some more corn and some grain sorghum, trying a few rows of it. The rain has not allowed for it yet. Also tried to start a new section on around the hill. We just won't get to that this year. But I think if it dries up in the next week, get it dried out, I'm gonna get back on this and disc it up, and I'm gonna plant more sunflowers and maybe have these be a little later. Now there is volunteers coming up in here. I need to let those, get those out of here, disc it up. Try to at least plant something right here. Let's walk over here and check out the corn patch. All right, there's my corn. What's there looks good. You see a couple of bare spots. The crows hit me hard, especially in that patch up there. We're not even going to show that patch up there. It's pitiful. But what we do have here does look pretty good. It's Roundup ready. They're pretty clean now, but we will hit this with some Gly here probably the next time it gets good and dry enough we can drive through here without making a uh-oh like over there. I did get the same pre-emergent of Zidua on this, and it seemed to help. You can see that streak of green right there is something that the sprayer didn't touch. Now that's some grass and volunteer millet, morning glories and stuff, but you can tell pre-emergent was applied on that side of that, and this side of it definitely can tell that it worked. We might come back in here and try to drop in some more corn seed just to fill this in if it gets dry enough to do so. A little jumbled up this year. The weather hadn't allowed me to do like I wanted, but we will have a dove field nonetheless. It's got plenty of water to begin with this time. Last year was a different story. It was dry for about a month. But anyway, said I'm sorry for my absence, and I know if y'all followed me the last couple of years, you're probably wondering where I've been with these dove field videos, but this will be a little jumbled up. But I'm gonna bring y'all a video anyway, and we'll pick it up from here and start doing updates. I got some brown top millet I plan to plant over on that side in a couple of weeks. Plant that lower area down there. May try to replant some of this up here. We'll just have to see. As always, I thank y'all for watching. If you hadn't already, hit that like button, subscribe, follow along. Turkey season's over, so now it's dove field time. And I enjoy bringing these videos to y'all. So y'all be safe out there. We'll see you on the next one.